Good morning, philosophers. How are you doing today? That's okay. All right, let's get into it. Where were we? Somewhere around 24. Remember, matter, how tiny your share of it. Time, how brief and fleeting your allotment of it. Fate, how small a role you play in it. Well, no one can ever say reading Stoicism inflates your ego. Number 25. So other people hurt me? That's their problem. Their character and actions are not mine. What is done to me is ordained by nature. What I do by my own. What I do by my own. Number 26. The mind is the ruler of the soul. It should remain unstirred by agitations of the flesh, gentle and violent ones alike, not mingling with them, but fencing itself off and keeping those feelings in their place. When they make their way into your thoughts, through the sympathetic link between mind and body, don't try to resist the sensation. The sensation is natural, but don't let the mind start with judgments, calling it good or bad. Number 27. To live with the gods. And to do that is to show them that your soul accepts what it is given and does what the Spirit requires. The Spirit God gave each of us to lead and guide us, a fragment of himself, which is our mind, our logos. Number 28. Don't be irritated at people's smell or bad breath. What's the point? With that mouth, with those armpits, they're going to produce that odor. But they have a brain. Can't they figure it out? Can't they recognize the problem? So you have a brain as well. Good for you. Then use your logic to awaken his. Show him. Make him realize it. If he'll listen, then you'll have solved the problem without anger. Okay. Got it. 28A. Neither player king nor prostitute. 29. You can live here as you expect to live there, and if they won't let you, you can depart life now and forfeit nothing. If the smoke makes me cough, I can leave. What's so hard about that? Until things reach that point, I'm free. No one can keep me from doing what I want, and I want what is proper to rational beings living together. Hang on. Was this a freedom entry here? Let's see. Number 29 again. You can live here as you expect to live there. And if they won't let you, you can depart life now and forfeit nothing. If the smoke makes me cough, I can leave. What's so hard about that? Until things reach that point, I'm free. No one can keep me from doing what I want. And I want what is proper to rational beings living together. Number 30. The world's intelligence is not selfish. I almost said shellfish. It created lower things for the sake of higher ones, and attuned the higher ones to one another. Look how it subordinates, how it connects, how it assigns each thing what it deserves and brings the better things into alignment. 31. How have you behaved to the gods, to your parents, to your siblings, to your wife, to your children, to your teachers, to your nurses, to your friends, to your relatives, to your slaves? Have they all had from you nothing wrong and unworthy, either word or deed? Well, maybe except for the slaves. Jesus. Consider all that you've gone through. It's just wild, the blind spots, right? The blind spots that, I mean, we have to sort of turn that in as a reflection on ourselves. Like, if they can work on learning and thinking through all of this sort of wisdom about the world and existence and knowledge and truth and wisdom, and think they can own slaves without doing anything wrong or unworthy in word or deed, man, what kind of blind spots do we have? I think it's a good commentary on the lack of sort of confidence that we should have that we don't have any major moral blind spots. Like something we should always be paranoid about or something, you know? Consider all that you've gone through, all that you've survived. and that the story of your life is done, your assignment complete. How many good things have you seen? How much pain and pleasure have you resisted? How many honors have you declined? How many unkind people have you been kind to? Number 32. Why do other souls, unskilled, untrained, disturb the soul with skill and understanding? And which is that? The one that knows the beginning and the end, and knows the logos that runs through all things, and that assigns to all a place, each in its allotted span, throughout the whole of time. I feel like I've been reading constantly. So I did the morning reading yesterday, then I did like the hour-long reading of the book, then I read to my kids before bed for a while, and now I'm reading in the morning. I'm just doing a lot of reading. That's great. Number 33. Soon you'll be ashes or bones, a mere name at most, and even that is just a sound, an echo. The things we want in life are empty, stale, and trivial. Dogs snarling at each other, quarreling children, car alarms in the background, laughing and then bursting into tears a moment later. Trust, shame, justice, truth, gone from the earth and only found in heaven. Why are you still here? Sensory objects are shifting and unstable, our senses dim and easily deceived, the soul itself a decoction of the blood. Fame in a world like this is worthless. And so, wait for it patiently, annihilation or metamorphosis. And until that time comes, what? Honor and revere the gods. Treat human beings as they deserve, be tolerant with others, and strict with yourself. Remember, nothing belongs to you but your flesh and blood, and nothing else is under your control. Treat him. I like that paragraph. Tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Number 30. Good morning. Would you like to come say hi? No, I'm recording right now. Would you like to come say hi? I'm talking to a lot of people. Say hi into the microphone. They'll hear you.
Hi.
All right. Give me a hug now. Let me finish, okay? All right. Good morning to you. Did you have good sleepies? All right. Please shut the door. I forget to shut the door, and then I get interrupted. It's my fault. Number 34. You can lead an untroubled life, provided you can grow, can think and act systematically. Two characteristics shared by gods and men's, my goodness. Two characteristics shared by gods and men and every rational creature. 1. Not to let others hold you back. 2. To locate goodness in thinking and doing the right thing, and to limit your desires to that. 35. If this evil is not of my doing, nor the result of it, and the community is not endangered, why should it bother me? Where's the danger for the community? 36. Not to be overwhelmed by what you imagine, but just do what you can and should, and if blank suffer in essentials, not to treat that as a defeat or a bad habit. Like the old man asking for the orphan's toy on the way out, even though he knew that's all it was, like that. I have no idea what that meant. 36A, up on the platform, have you forgotten what's what? I know, but it was important to them, and so you have to be an idiot as well? I don't know what that was about. 37. I was once a fortunate man, but at some point fortune abandoned me. But true good fortune is what you make for yourself. Good fortune, good character, good intentions, good actions. Oh, he's saying that good character, good intentions, and good actions is good fortune. That's good too. That is the end of Book 5. Let us continue. Book 6. Number 1. Nature is pliable, obedient, and the logos that governs it has no reason to do evil. It knows no evil, does none, and causes harm to nothing. It dictates all beginnings and all endings. Number 2. Just that you do the right thing. The rest doesn't matter. Cold or warm, tired or well rested, despised or honored, dying or busy with other assignments. Because dying too is one of our assignments in life, there as well to do what needs doing. Number 3, look inward. Don't let the true nature or value of anything elude you. Number 4, before long, all existing things will be transformed to rise like smoke, assuming all things become one, or be dispersed in fragments. 5, the Logos knows where it stands and what it has to do and what it has to work with. 6, the best revenge is not to be like that. Ooh, interesting. The best revenge is not to be like that. 7, to move from one unselfish action to another with God in mind, only there delight and stillness. 8, the mind is that which is roused and directed by itself. It makes of itself what it chooses. It makes what it chooses of its own experience. 9, everything is brought about by nature, not by anything beyond it or within it or apart from it. 10, 1, mixture, interaction, dispersal, or 2, unity, order, design. Suppose 1, why would I want to live in disorder and confusion? Why would I care about anything except the eventual dust to dust? And why would I feel any anxiety? Dispersal is certain, whatever I do. Or, suppose 2, reverence, serenity, faith in the power responsible. Number 11. When jarred, unavoidably, by circumstances, revert at once to yourself, and don't lose the rhythm more than you can help. You'll have a better grasp of the harmony if you keep on going back to it. Number 12. If you had a stepmother and a real mother, you would pay your respects to your stepmother, yes, but it's your real mother you'd go home to. The court and philosophy. Keep returning to it, to rest in its embrace. It's all that makes the court and you endurable. Number 13. Like seeing roasted meat and other dishes in front of you and suddenly realizing this is a dead fish, a dead bird, a dead pig. Or that this noble vintage is grape juice and the purple robes are sheep wool dyed with shellfish blood. Or making love. Something rubbing against your penis, a brief seizure, and a little cloudy liquid. Perceptions like that, latching onto things and piercing through them, so we see what they really are. That's what we need to do all the time, all through our lives when things lay claim to our trust. To lay them bare and see how pointless they are, to strip away the legend that encrusts them. Like the authority of the government, for example. Pride is a master of deception. When you think you're occupied in the weightiest business, that's when he has you in his spell. Just flagging this for later. Later thought. Number 14. Things ordinary people are impressed by fall into the categories of things that are held together by simple physics, like stone or wood, or by natural growth, figs, vines, olives. Those admired by more advanced minds are held together by a living soul, flocks of sheep, herds of cows. Still more sophisticated people admire what is guided by a rational mind, not the universal mind, but one admired for its technical knowledge, or for some other skill, or just because it happens to own a lot of slaves. What? But those who that escalated quickly. But those who revere that other mind, the one we all share as humans and as citizens, aren't interested in other things. Their focus is on the state of their own minds, to avoid all selfishness and illogic, and to work with others to achieve that goal. Number 15. Some things are rushing into existence, others out of it. Some of what now exists is already gone. Change and flux constantly remake the world, just as the incessant progression of time remakes eternity. We find ourselves in a river. Which of the things around us should we value when none of them can offer a firm foothold? Like an attachment to a sparrow, we glimpse it, and it's gone. And life itself, like the decoction of blood, the drawing in of air, we expel the power of breathing we drew in at birth, just yesterday or the day before, breathing it out like the air we exhale at each moment. Okay. That's it for today. My thought for today was brought to you by my daughter, who hung out with me this morning while I was doing my think time bullet journaling, planning the day. And so I asked her what was important for us to think about today, and what was important for us to do today. And she gave me some wise words. Play more, Dad. Play more. And spend time with children. That was her words of wisdom. That was her advice for today. Play more and spend time with children. I love it. And so I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to find a way to play sometime today, preferably with the children. And that is good. That is enough for today. Simple truth, simple instructions, and probably great advice. Have a great day, everybody.